Ricardo, and I'll be using Cinema 4D to show you how to model this. To begin, let's just create one cylinder. Relabel that cylinder Seat. With the cylinder selected, let's go into the Attributes Manager and change the radius of it to 225 and the height of it to 50. Let's also increase rotation segments to 60 segments. And let's move these cylinder up on the y-axis 425 units. Zoom a bit closer by pressing the letter H. With the cylinder selected, while holding down Shift, let go over the deformer bevel to bevel off the edges. With the bevel selected, go to Attributes, Option, increase or reduce, in this case, the offset to 5 mm and increase the subdivision to 2. After these, let's create a cube, relabel that cube leg, and change the dimensions of it to 60, 550, and 20. Let's create a copy of the bevel, and let's use that one on the leg. With the bevel selected, while holding down Control, drag over the leg to create a copy. Zoom a little bit further away to see your whole model with the letter H. Let's also increase the segments on the leg, in this case the segments on the y-axis. So with the cube selected leg, go to Object, Segments on the Y, and increase segments to 60. With the leg still selected, let's go again to Deformers, and while holding down Shift, let the click go over Bend. With the bend selected, then let's increase the strength to 90 degrees and the angle to minus 90 degrees. Let's also reduce the size of that bend. The Y axis, 550, we're going to change that to 120 units. Let's now create a few copies of that leg. So with the leg selected, and while holding down the Alt key on your keyboard, click Cloner. With the cloner selected, go to Attributes and change the mode to Radio. Change the count to 4 and the radius to 250 units. Finally, let's move the cloner to 550 divided by 2, so the height of the leg, well, half of it. With the middle click on the mouse, switch from one view to 4, and then on the right view with the middle click on the mouse, make the right view full screen. Zoom closer with the letter H and change the display style to garage shading, so we can see it as a solid. With the bend selected, we're going to move it up with the green arrow. Zoom a bit closer if you have to, and just make sure that it barely touches the seat. After that, middle click to switch back to 4 views, middle click again on the perspective view to make it full screen, and let's finally add a null object. We're going to make that null object the parent of all of these, so we select everything, drag it into the null, and relabel that null Stool. I'm also going to change the shape of that null. That's my personal preference. So with the null selected on the Attributes object, I'm going to change the shape to the circle, radius 300, and the orientation is going to be the y-axis.